Hi guys, Simaholic Sophie here. So the house is all built, our sim is moved in, and we're gonna start getting this legacy challenge underway. Ooh, there is someone literally running. Oh, I don't like Don. I do like Don, but he's a bit of a player, and I don't really want a player joining my house. So the main thing for the legacy challenges is obviously to meet someone, to have babies, to grow old, then to die, and then for the heir to take over. So it's 10 generations, which is a long time. So Francesca's lifespan is set to normal. If anyone wants to do the legacy challenge, I've not invented it. It has been around since Sims 2. If you want any rules or anything like that, then go to simslegacychallenge.com. So, those of you who are familiar to The Sims, the Legacy Challenge, I'm not sure if the succession rules have been introduced new or I'll just pause this for a second. I don't know if the succession rules have been in use for the whole of The Sims. So Sims 2, Sims 3. I've obviously only just started doing it myself. This is the first Legacy Challenge I've ever done. So I was new to it and I just found these and I found them very, very good actually. So the first thing you come across when you go to simslegacychallenge.com is the succession rules. So you've got there's 3 laws that you have to go by. There's the gender law, there's a bloodline law, and then there's an heir law. So with the gender law, it's obviously whoever's next in line to be the playable, like the main person who carries the family through, what gender they are basically. So I went for a strict equality one, which means that whatever my founder is, so we've got Francesca who's a lovely lady, it'll be her son, it'll be one of her sons that takes over, not her daughters. So if the founder's a male, the heir has to then be female, and then their heir has to then be male again, and so on and so forth. With the bloodline law, I went for modern, so both adopted and naturally born children can take the heir title, so it doesn't matter which. So if you, for the sake of the family points that were there, the 10th point is awarded by having 10 children in a single generation. So obviously one can only woohoo so many times, and adopting might become a bit of a simpler option. So it means basically, according to obviously the other rules, the gender and the heir law, either adopted or naturally born can take over. And then there's the heir law, which I chose as exemplar, which basically means that I'm going to pick a random trait, and I do believe for my trait I picked, just double checking my book, I picked a loner trait, so it makes it a little bit more tricky because obviously the main aim of the game is to have babies and to meet someone, and well, not in that order, you want to meet someone and then you want to have babies. But I thought that it would be quite fun to go for the loner trait as as like the random trait that you have to follow. So what that means is if I have 5 children and the 4th child is the only one with the loner, then the loner trait, then they obviously become heir. If 2 or more children or no children have the loner heir, then it just defaults to the firstborn. For the sake of this one, I might, if there are more than one loner children, then I might just do it the firstborn of the loner children, if that makes sense, which it completely doesn't. And the aim really, I suppose, is to get as many points as possible. So there's a total of 100 points, and each, like, there's 10 points into each. There's 10 categories with 10 points each. Most of them are pretty simple, but some of them are pretty hard. So for every generation, you get a point, which is quite cool. Trying to think of another one. So there's a fortune one. So 1 point will 1 point is 75,000 simoleons, whereas 10 points is 5,700,000 simoleons. So it's quite cool how you get point marked basically on it, and it just makes it a bit more of a challenge, because obviously people are going to want to go for 100, and it's kind of going to be quite fun to see if I can actually get to 100, because I doubt I will, because I'm very bad at maintaining my Sims needs and stuff like that. But yeah, it looks really good. I can't believe I've never done the challenge before, but hey ho. I suppose there's always a time for everything. So the first thing I think we're going to get Francesca to do is meet someone, because obviously the main aim is to meet someone, have children, and then if anything was to happen to you, then obviously you carry on the line of succession. So I think what we'll do first is we will travel. Oh, I wondered why it wasn't doing anything. It's because I'm in pause mode. So most of the games, like most of the videos after this, should I say, I'm probably not going to talk much. I might not even talk at all. I just wanted, obviously, people to know exactly what I was doing with my legacy challenge and what my main aims are. But I don't know yet. I might just have the occasional talky part in some of the videos every now and again. I haven't decided yet, basically. So what I like about the loading screens is they are quite quick. They haven't annoyed me too much yet with Sims 2, and not so much Sims 3, but it was more loading into the worlds and then going between universities and like France and Egypt. You noticed how long the screens were, and they were just so annoying. I just couldn't stand them. I love how there are actually no men here, apart from these two, but I don't like either of them. Who's this? He's got red hair as well. He looks like he's wearing a bathrobe. I think he's wearing his... Yeah, he's wearing a bathrobe. So we'll get her over there doing something. Quickly have a look at her aspiration. She wants to paint for... Oh, okay, they're not too bad. We'll get her a quick job actually first. Because she is doing this, because she's a painter obviously, I think we might be best to go for the painter career. So as you can see, she's getting tense because she is a loner and she's currently getting stranger danger. So... we'll get her to be a painter. There literally are no men here. Hopefully there'll be some wandering around, because I don't want to move lots again. The one thing I do like is, even though it's very much... Oh, who's he? Who's he? Who's he? Who's he? Oh, he's old. We don't like him. He'll die before the challenge is done. Who's this? Freddie Willington. Oh, he's quite cute, I suppose. He's a bit chubby, but we'll get Francesca to talk to him. So put that back in play mode. I've completely forgot what I was going to say. that was it. With the way they've done it, it's like having a little mini open world, but you have to load to go into lots, which I don't mind. I quite like it because obviously it makes everything run a bit quicker anyway. But it kind of, I don't know, it just makes it seem a little bit better. I quite like it, and I do like how cars go past, even though they're not actually like in it. You still have cars in it. It makes no sense. So she looks like she's frowning, but I don't think she is. I think that's just... Oh, it's because she's tense. That's why she's frowning. She looks grumpy. So we'll get her to vent and complain about problems. Get to know. The one thing about the loner is at first they do not like being near people, but then after a while they do make friends. And they tend to keep friends for a longer time because obviously they don't like social interactions. So it would seem a bit silly to deteriorate the relationships at the same rate as the other ones. We'll get her to tell a funny story. Oh no, he's non-committal. That might not be a good thing. And he's married. Oh. Well, that was... oh well. Ooh, who's this? Let's just start talking to every person we can think of. So he's going to come over. Let's have a look. What do we know about him? Get to know? Ah, oh, he's married as well. What is it with all these married people? See, I know you can obviously split them up from their partners, but I don't like doing that because that just seems mean. Let's see who's over here. Let's quickly pause it while we explore. He actually seems nicer than the other two, so we'll get her to stop doing that, and we'll follow her. And he is in playful mood. Ooh, yeah. I like how she does a little run. It's quite cute. Ooh, a bit of lag there. Is she nearly there? Oh, I didn't realise he was that far away. So she's probably going to get tense again, which isn't going to be very good. So she's gone back to fine, but I reckon she's going to go straight into tense mode again as soon as we start talking to this person. Oh, she seems to be alright actually. So we'll tell a joke. Oh, there you go. She's gone funny now. So we'll vent with that one. Complain about problems. You want something friendly. Oh. I'd rather him be embarrassed actually than feeling awkward, so that's a little bit better. So they're giggling, which is quite nice. She seems to be getting on really well with him, so this is good. Why, oh why did Francesca say that? I don't know, why did she say that? So now she's gone back to tense, but because she's becoming a bit more familiar with him, it is going down. So I'm quite happy that I chose the loner as my random trait, because it will make everything a little bit harder for me, which I don't mind. I quite like that. We'll do an impression. We'll ask about day. Don't walk away. Stop walking away from me. Thank you. We will ask to hang out. We will vent again. Tell a funny story. She's staying tense for a long time. The good thing is, even though she's tense, the relationship is going up, so that's quite good. Tell a funny story, why not? And joke about Martians again. Let's quickly check that he's not married actually first. Ah, he's married as well. What is with all of these married people? That's 3. Can anybody think of what I can do? Let's have a quick look in the library. Who's he? Jeffrey Landgrab? No. Gavin Richards. Oh, there's a very stroppy person there. Jay Huntington III. I think he's single. You see, she's not tense anymore, which is really annoying, but we don't want her. We want her to fully introduce. So now she's obviously gone playful, and hopefully that'll be a bit more than. Is he just completely ignoring me? Jay is focused. Funny introduction. There you go. So, impishly pester. Flash crazy eyes. Get to know. He's a very cool person. Got a very stroppy person there, and another stroppy person. At least she's in a happy mood. She's not tense. Have we found out anything about him? So he's active. And he doesn't have a partner. So I think we'll go for him. He will be our knight in shining armour. Why does she constantly have to say things that are embarrassing? I love how that's just not going up. So maybe if we go home after this and then invite him over, because then it'll be less people. So she's going to go home and invite Jay back to hers afterwards when she gets in. She's very smiley at the minute. I think it's because she's making loads of friends. She's very happy. But what's with the weird little walk? Is she trying to run? Or I can't quite tell what she's doing there. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so she's come back home, she's feeling confident. So she's going to invite someone round. She's going to invite Jay round. And she's going, hey, what's up? Do you want to come round? Just like that, it's on in that voice. And he's going to be right over, so we'll pee like a champion before he gets here. That was very quick. I didn't think he would get here that quick. So she's peeing like a champion. We'll invite him in and speak to him. So, no, you're gonna talk to him. There you go. Do an impression. Deep conversation. So one of the really good little things I've noticed is, I haven't got a sync in at the minute, but if your sim was to say go to sleep and you hadn't gone to the toilet before she went to sleep, she'll wake up really needing the toilet. So you send her the toilet, and if you've got a sink, using the toilet makes her hygiene go down, but then she automatically washes her hands, which makes the hygiene go back up. It's just the little simple little things, but it's so good. It's just so clever, and it's one of those things that it's just the little touches that make you really, really like it, even more, even more than I do anyway. So we're gonna ask about. We're gonna try and calm him down because he's very, very angry right now. So I think I'm embarrassed because I'm a loner. There you go. So yeah, she's feeling embarrassed because she's feeling so awkward. Another thing that I like is, it used to really annoy me with the beds. If a sim used to get out of bed, they never used to put the bed properly, bed back properly. Does that make sense? No. Basically, they never used to make the bed after themselves. Whereas now, whenever they wake up in the morning, it's like one of the things they do straight away. So no matter what you do, you can't cancel it. So it's all the time. They will just do it, which obviously is fantastic. So we've still got one trait to find out on him, and we're still acquaintances at the minute, which is a bit annoying, but we'll get there. So we'll go to friendly and we will gossip. We will gossip again. Ask about day. Do an impression. We'll do something funny as well now, I think. So we will tell a funny story. And then after she's done that, we'll make something to eat for both her and Jay. Everyone loves telling jokes about ducks. It really isn't going too well with Jay, is it? That's better. They're getting a bit better now. So now she's playful. So flash crazy eyes. And he's a bro. Okay, that's pretty cool. So what I think I will do straight away is move Min, because he's going to be the one I'm going to marry. Okay. So it sends you to this little screen. So instead of having to do anything else, you can just move him straight out. So the good thing is we can just move him in. So he's, as you can see, he's not done anything to the household funds. He is just going to be moving in as he is, which is good. And then we'll get to serve dinner. I think they'll have some grilled cheese for dinner. So let's have just a little look at his. So it's literally just the ones he's just moved out of. It's the friends that he's just left, basically. And our lovely lady Francesca. What skills has he got? Oh, he's programming and fitness on level 2, level 1 video gaming, and okay, that's not too bad. And he wants to be a bodybuilder. That's pretty good actually. So let's just double check what he is again. So he's a, oh, they're taking a picture in the background. As you do. Quickly just zoom over to him. So he is a bro, he is non-committal. And he is active. So he's now doing push-ups in the front garden, as you normally do, because that is obviously, that is what you do, I think. So let's look at his needs. He's pretty good on his needs. Anything he needs to do for work? He needs to practice programming for 4 hours. We don't have enough money for a computer yet, so I might either send him to the library to do that or just save up. So we'll get him to grab a surf as well. We'll get her to watch channel surf. Let's channel surf. And watch current channel, and we'll get them chatting as well. So the really good thing about the multitasking is, as you can see, they're on the sofa together having a nice little chat, so obviously that's improving the social. They're watching TV, which is improving the fun, and they're also eating, which obviously improves the hunger. It's just a nice little touch that makes the whole game a lot easier. One of the things I didn't notice, which was quite cute, was instead of having a food item and a drink item separately, you can actually have food and drink at the same time, so you'll be eating part of your dinner, you'll have a little break and have a little bit of your drink, and then go back to your dinner and then have some of your drink, and it's one of those little things where you kind of you wonder why you lasted without it for so long. It is just so good. So she's going to go to sleep now because she's very tired. We'll get Jay to tidy up after himself. Make the time go a bit quicker as well, actually. So, I don't know what he's doing. That's why we can't do that. So can we get a sink or a bin? We're gonna have to have a little children's one for the time being. So we'll get him to throw everything away, go to the toilet, and then go to bed. So it's just really sweet how obviously the game responds. You'll notice that Francesca's giggling away in bed, even though she's asleep, so she's obviously having quite a nice dream. And it's just the little touches. It really, really is. So we'll pop that in the fridge so it's not spoiled. And with them going to bed, I don't know why she's just got up, she's really tired still. That's why they can't sleep together yet. So we'll get her to have a little nap on the sofa. With that, I will end the video. I'll put the next one up tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed it. I always do enjoy my videos, and I hope you do too. If you've got any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Also, any suggestions are more than welcome. So we'll pause this, and thank you very much for watching.